Good afternoon. Welcome to the Infrastructure Community Committee meeting for June. I'll just before we start, just read out this blurb. So please be advised that this committee of council is being recorded and live streamed. By speaking at this meeting, you agree to being recorded and live streamed. Please ensure that if and when you speak, you are respectful of others and use appropriate language at all times. Cabonne Council accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures made during the course of this meeting. The recording of this meeting will be made publicly available through Council's website. Call item 1, applications for leave of absence. We don't have anyone, but I'll get a mover and seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Weaver, seconded by Councillor O'Brien. All those in favour? To the contrary, no. Item 2 is declarations of interest. A mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor O'Brien. Are there any declarations of interest?
No, nothing.
Under declare, thank you. I'll put that. All those in favour? Against, that's carried. Item 3 is declaration of political donations. A mover, please. Moved by Councillor O'Brien, seconded by Councillor Weaver. Are there any declarations?
No declaration.
Under declare, thank you. I'll put that. All those in favour?
Aye.
Against, that's carried. Item 4 is the community infrastructure project status update. Can I grab a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor O'Brien. Thank you. We'll go through these individually and discuss these matters, and then I'll put the whole report at the end. So item 1 is the relocation of the Molong hockey field. Take the report as read. Is there anything further from staff?
Through you, Mr. Chair, the only other thing I'll add is that the next stage of the project it's called the Molong hockey field dugouts, but besides being dugouts, there's actually public amenities available and a kiosk that can be used by all the showground stakeholders.
Just a general question about dugouts. Is that something specific? Like, is that what all hockey fields have as a dugout? It's actually dug in below the surface of the field?
No, they're just basically 2 sheds with bench seats on them for the teams to sit. The grass hockey fields don't usually have them. It's usually just the synthetic courts.
Yes.
And then there's a tech bench in the middle where the umpires sit.
Okay, so it's just a term. Just a term.
Yeah, it is just a term. Yeah.
Thank
I reckon there's nothing but this.
you. But I think theirs are below, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Anything further regarding the hockey fields? Just to, I suppose that in terms of the CAP program itself has come to an end. The dugouts are funded by council's insurance premium or money payout. So just want to acknowledge Adam and Mandy and probably shouldn't say names because I'll miss someone. Just thank the staff who have all played a big part in the relocation of this hockey field. It's been a massive journey following the 2022 floods to pull the community together and develop or consult around potential locations through to negotiating the site-specific locations and managing stakeholders and contractors. But what we see here is a fantastic first-class facility. So just want to acknowledge the staff for their work there, because it hasn't been an easy project and it's involved multiple layers, but something that council and the staff who have worked on this can be particularly proud of for many, many years to come. So thank you.
The dugout is you said is carryover from the insurances. Is that from the residue of the flood?
Yeah. So so the actual state and federal government community assets program funding has been complete. That project has been complete. The dugouts are in addition to that, and from funding, from the insurance from the 22 floods. And then my understanding is that the community, through funding raised, are going to put some money towards fitting out the kiosk area and that undercover area on the right-hand side of the drawing there.
Mm,
Thank you.
yeah, good.
Restoration of Eugowra Sport Ground lighting, that project's complete. Is there anything further from staff?
No, nothing else on that one.
Thank you. Councillors, questions, comments? Thank you. The restoration of Memorial Park in Eugowra. Take the report as read. Anything further from staff?
Through you, Mr. Chair, where there's a startup meeting happening at the moment with the contractors. So work should commence in the next couple of weeks. So that's it's a really exciting project, that one. I'm really glad when that's.
Can I just ask a question? Who did get the contract? I know it was in our papers last meeting, I think.
A company called Proxy. And they were able to, yeah, they've done similar landscaping projects. So
They're not local, though.
no, they're not local.
Thank you. Anything further? No. The Manildra Multi-Purpose Court. I take the report as read. Is there anything further? Any questions or comments from staff? From councillors, sorry.
When are they looking at the next step? They say here is to install sports lighting and completion of the landscape. When are they hoping that will start?
So landscaping will just be done by the council staff. So
Yep.
we'll do that hopefully over the winter period. And the lights have been installed and there's about a 12-week lead time. Installed. They've been ordered. So there's about a 12-week lead time to get the lighting here. But once the lights are here, it's only a 2-week process to actually install them. So
That's good.
they should be in before
Right.
they are looking to
Yeah,
play
right,
summer tennis.
Spring and summer.
Mm.
Very good.
Thank you. The restoration of the Eugowra Historical Museum and Bush Rangers Centre. We'll take the report as read. And nothing further from staff. Any questions or comments from councillors?
Do they know at this point when they're going to have an opening for that?
Not that I've heard. I haven't heard when we're having an opening. We're still waiting to put up the shed at the back, which we're meeting with the funding body this afternoon. So hopefully we can push that variation through.
Has that still not been approved, that variation? 'Cause, yeah, last month when the mayor was away and I sat on the community leaders forum meeting, they said it would be approved within a week.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we're meeting with them this afternoon. So I think just to talk about all those projects and variations. So.
The activation of Hunter Caldwell Sporting Precinct. Take the report as read. Any questions or comments from councillors? So there's a little bit of money left over from this project. Mandy, Leda, would you mind just explaining the sort of consultation you've had with the soccer club and what the plans are there for that concrete and seeded area, please?
So they had some money left over. So we had some money left over. The soccer club also has some money that they'd like to contribute, and I think they're looking to talk to MAG about using some of their village enhancement fund. So they, a couple of years ago, Molong Soccer had a design done up to upgrade the kiosk facilities, and they put in for some grant funding at that stage. They wanted some change rooms and just to extend that area up the top that's out of the flood zone. They were unsuccessful in that application. So now with the money that we have left over, plus that village enhancement money and the money that Molong Soccer has, we're looking to try and we won't get all of the that plan done, but get some of it done for them. So extending out the area at the top putting in a new retaining wall and then seeing if we can put some money towards change rooms. There's toilet facilities there, but not change rooms. So we're working with them to try and extend that out and maybe get the shelter extended as well.
Thank you. Sounds really good. Right, any questions? That's all good. The activation of Eugowra CBD. Take the report as read. Anything to update from staff?
No, we've got that civil design, so we'll start to put that together now to be able to go out to tender for that project.
Any further questions or comments from councillors? Just my age-old usual stress around the trees down the middle and just that further continuing to consult with the community over there, please. I suppose it's just around continuing to get that message out there, which, you know, obviously have a role to play, but yeah, as much as we can get that out there around the trees down the centre being unhealthy and therefore unsafe. We're not, you know, cutting down trees for the sake of it. Would be good. I also note the bit here around the bus stop, and that was raised at the most recent advisory council meeting. Has there been any further movement on relocating that bus stop to a safest place?
Yes, so through you, Mr. Chair, Patrick, the project lead, has been talking to the Transport Department and making sure that we're able to move that bus stop safely. There'll be we realise that it's going to be quite a disruptive project for that CBD area of Eugowra. So we're going to, we've got a communication plan and we'll organise a traffic management plan to make sure that, that it all goes as smoothly as possible. So we'll talk to those businesses about what's a good time of year for that to happen. And also that's used for a lot of farm machinery and trucks. So we'll work around that as well with harvest and sowing and things like that.
Oh.
So we have that, sorry, just to further clarify, so we've got the proposed pedestrian refuge. So the bus stop on this plan, can we just, sorry, it's blurry, zoom in, that's all.
Mr. Chair, well, it's not exact. It's around that light green area that's shown in that diagram.
Yeah.
And there were concerns about that. So that's where the current bus stop is, and there was there a possibility of looking to move it further? What's the football over?
Through the chair, the takeaway from the community meeting was that there was concerns about the pedestrian crossing point conflicting with the bus stop that's there, and the questions were raised: could it be moved further down the road, so keeping it in the same location but just moving it, and the possible conflict that it might have with some driveways that was there. So working with the transport team, we're just trying to confirm at the moment if it's still going to be the case. If it does conflict with the driveways, we'll need to go to a plan B. But at the moment, we're still working with plan A, which is we believe that we can fit it in where it currently is.
Were there any investigations into potentially moving it there to the just inside the football oval gate, so to speak?
That was one of the plan B options. For now, we wanted to try to maintain a sense of continuity with the service, and we didn't want to move it on unless it was necessary to move it.
Thank you. Anything further? Oh, sorry. Activation of the Eugowra Showground. We'll take the report as read. Any questions or comments from councillors? Item 9 of this report, the refurbishment of the old Yagara preschool site. Don't think there's much from our last meeting, but any questions or comments? Thank you. Construction of a cabin at the Canowindra Caravan Park. Okay, the report is read. Is there anything further to add?
No, nothing further unless anyone have any questions.
Questions or comments from councillors?
Other than when it's up and going, it'll be really good.
Thank you. The Cabon Community Centre shed. Any questions or comments from councillors?
At the moment.
Oh, have I missed something? Apologies. We'll go to the Mulong Showground upgrade next then. Any questions or comments from councillors? Any further? Sorry, Mandy.
Through you, Mr. Chair, the only thing I'll add is that's been included in the tender for the dugouts and the amenities, the upgrade of the septic at the Mulong Showground.
Yeah. Further, we'll go now to the shed. Any questions or comments on that? Noting, I think they're working on it as we speak.
Yes, they have started today.
Oh, thank you. The Urban Services operational update. Any questions or comments from, or anything, sorry, further to add from staff to caravan parks?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I just added that one in. I've just been adding a few of our bigger operational updates in. So the caravan parks, I just thought it might be of interest that all three of our caravan parks have made a profit, even if it's only a small profit, they have made a profit this year.
To hope that the new cabinet Canowindra will increase the profit there. It's quite startling the difference between Mulong and Canowindra with the caravan park. So
Yeah, and I think it has probably quite a bit to do with like Mulong having 3 cabins, and I think when Canowindra has a cabin, it should make a difference for that too.
is there with the balloon festival when there's so many people around, I mean that would have to increase that income quite significantly, but I guess the expenditure goes up at that time too.
Right, and the second part of the camping that happens between the caravan park and the river, that's that profit doesn't come back to council. That's run by the balloon committee.
Question.
Yeah.
And I guess the other thing is the showground has a lot of spots too, and that goes to showground trust.
Yes, that's right.
What is the cost, you know, to hire the cabin? What are we looking at?
So the ones in Mulong, so there's a big one in Mulong that's actually a 3-bedroom house. It's about 200 and don't quote me, about $220 a night. The smaller ones are 2-bedroom, but much smaller and probably a bit more comparable to what we're going to have in Canowindra. And they're about $140 a night.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Thank you. The showground governance work that's been happening. We'll take the report as read. Anything further to add? Any questions or comments from councillors?
We've received draft special conditions from approximately half of the showground user groups. Are they reasonable, unreasonable? Yes. Are they? Will you be able to get around them or work with the groups?
Through you, Mr. Chair, yes, we will be able to work with the group. So we met with each showground, the groups as a whole, so all groups together, and explain the process and what their special conditions might look like. And then I've met with most of them as the individual groups, and yes, their conditions are usually around things like the show societies would like to have a few days prior to the show where they have exclusive access so that they can set up and pack down from the show. their special conditions include things like the areas they maintain or mow or buildings they look after. Yeah, mostly they're around things like that. If they have any extra events, how many a year. So yeah, they've all been quite reasonable.
Thank you. If there's nothing further to that report, I will put it. So that's the whole of the community infrastructure project status updates. Including that urban services operational update. All those in favour? The contrary, no. That's carried. Item 5 is the water utilities activities report. Can I have a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Weaver, seconded by Councillor O'Ryan.
Yep.
We'll just go through this one again. So the sub-regional town water strategy. We'll take the report as read. Is there anything further from the Deputy General Manager?
Through the chair, I can confirm the project risk assessment workshop in June is actually occurring this Friday.
Sorry?
Is actually occurring this Friday. It says in the report that it's happening in June. It's this Friday.
Okay.
Any questions or comments from staff? From council, sorry. No. Marlon Water Security Project. We'll take the report as read.
Through you, Mr. Chair, I will combine this with the raw water pipeline replacement, which is later. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, the project and stuff, sorry. Through the chair, the report might be a little bit misleading in that the project is wrapping up. There's still around 8 or 9 strategic plans that still need to be developed under that funding. So we're just nearly at a halfway point at the moment through the project, but the first initial ones have been sent through for checking by the funding body, and they will be brought to council at a future council meeting.
Okay. Questions or comments? Okay, the water and sewer strategic planning project. I have a mover, Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor Weaver. Anything further to add? No. Any questions or comments? Thank you. The Marlon Water Fluoridation Project.
Through you, Mr. Chair, we were aiming for a 1st of July go live with the fluoridation. However, some of the work that we've been doing with the approval authorities has indicated that there may be some delays. There is a restructure occurring in the Department of Climate Change, Energy, Environment and Water, which is likely to affect that approval. So we're just at the moment trying to determine how long of a delay. It may not actually cause a delay at all, but we want to be relatively pragmatic. They have indicated that on the timelines they've given us could be in July, sometime that they give us approval, and then we'll have to do the communications on there. So I'm not expecting a substantial delay, but a delay nonetheless.
Days, not months. Weeks, not months. Sorry.
Yes, I'd expect it to be weeks, but it is an unknown at this stage.
Out of our control, but yeah. Forever. Anything further from councillors? Have they given an indication? Is it just really a process now? Like everyone seems as happy as they can be without the formal sign-off?
Through the chair, we do have a final inspection on the 22nd of June, per the report. All indications are that there is no issues, but we do have to pass that final inspection. Without having that, I can't tell you for certain, but we're not expecting issues to come up. We've gone through, there will be a bit of scrutiny on our operational manuals, and ensuring that they're up to speed with inducting new staff and so on. and but the infrastructure is in place and it's been all reviewed already, so we're not expecting any showstoppers.
Yeah, the Cumnock and Yeovil potable water.
Through you, Mr. Chair, we were intending on wrapping this into the same fluoridation project and getting the communications out. That is still the intent until we find out the extent of delays with the fluoridation project. But we are ready to go on that now. We have been providing potable water to those communities for quite some time, unofficially. New South Wales Health has been consulted. They've given us a thumbs up to go forward with some suggestions around some manuals updates, and they're underway at the moment. So we're ready to go.
Thank you. Questions or comments?
Just reading that. Was there a water quality incident, or is it just a practice run? Or
New South Wales Health recommended that we have a incident response plan in place in case something comes up. So it's an emergency response plan. If we have a breach in our critical control point, which is basically, for colloquial terms, a boil water alert process.
in just reading that, it'd be good if you could put in there somewhere that it is a plan. It was an exercise plan.
Yep.
To clarify, because that just doesn't read to me like it's
Yep.
a plan. Sorry.
We'll recognise that in the minutes, Councillor Clark.
Thank you. The raw water pipeline replacement.
Through you, Mr. Chair, as of today's meeting, I have not received that funding deed as yet. However, there has been positive meetings with the Department of Climate Change, Energy and Water. It's just going through their final review at the moment before coming to us. We are progressing through on two items. One is at the last council meeting, there was a report on easement acquisitions to progress the land matters with the pipeline, and we're also moving towards formalising engagement of a project management firm to assist us in the project management requirements for the job.
Thank you. Questions or comments from councillors? The water quality and information sharing report.
Just more for information, Mr. Chair, we are trying to increase our presence with water quality information on the website. We're also with a number of issues over the summer period with dirty water complaints, and so I'm trying to lift the profile of council's rigorous water quality monitoring that we have to do, meeting Australian drinking water quality standards, and trying to improve community knowledge around how to report those complaints effectively to be able to get the information required for our council to respond to those.
Thank you very much for doing that. Much appreciated. Any questions or comments? Okay, I'll put that report, the Water Utilities Activities Report. All those in favour? Against? That's carried. Thank you. Item 6 is questions for next meeting. A mover, please. Moved by Councillor Pearson, seconded by Councillor O'Ryan. Are there any questions for the next meeting?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I've got one. I just wondered if there's been a follow-up with the men's shed at Canoundra and the repairs that are needed there.
Through you, Mr. Chair, I know our coordinator for buildings and facilities has been out there and done an inspection and spoken to them, because I think they had a few more issues after that last lot of rain.
Yes.
So I will follow that and find out
Thank
where they're
you.
up to.
I spoke with Matt, maybe this is for the next meeting, about the corner in Canberra in Gaskell Street that they there, and asked if something could be done to prevent people from actually parking on that bend. So if you could get back to us on the next meeting.
It's appalling what they do. You know, they stick out into the street. Oncoming.
No one's ever run into that ute or a trailer. It's like you get a ram parked there and that's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll take that on notice.
Thank you. Not so much a question, just a comment from the Fairbridge Children's Park meeting that I attended last Thursday. They are working, I understand, with you, Mandy, on a plan of management. Yeah, so
Sorry, I engaged two contractors to give us a quote to draft up a plan of management. And we're just, I'm in the process now of working with one of them to start the initiation of that plan.
just also a heads up, at that meeting it was raised, they were very complimentary of Garen and the work he does out there, but they're looking at potentially wanting to sit down with Garen and yourself around developing a maintenance plan for the park.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, for my clarity, would you like the maintenance plan to be? brought
No,
to the
sorry,
committee?
that's just passing on information. Thank you.
For the information of council, I believe that the expenditure for that park in this financial year is $26,000. For no other purpose than the information.
Thank you. If there is nothing further, I will close the meeting at 12:34. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't